Rising, everybody. Grand rising, grand rising, grand rising. I hope that all is well, you beautiful, beautiful souls. Now, for some of you guys who don't know who I am, it is your girl Phoenix. I said I am a tarot reader extraordinaire. Okay, I am a world renowned tarot reader. I am a spiritual guide, an all around amazing healer, and you guys can shop with me at Divine Ascension with Isis .square .site, where I have ritual kits, where I do full life rituals, readings. I have herbs, I have protection amulets, I have all of the things in there. Okay, but I am here today with your collective message. Now, before we get started, as I do light my Palo, okay, I do want to remind you guys that this is a collective energy read, okay? So please take what resonates and leave the rest, okay? It is okay if you feel like something is not for you, because more than likely it is not for you, and it's for that other person over here in the collective that's tuning in. Okay, guys, now please also keep in mind that there is no gender in tarot. There is only masculine energy and feminine energy. That what? That's right. That dwells in us all. So, guys, I did go live yesterday. I know I've been going for some time. I did go live yesterday. However, YouTube did some wonky stuff. However, I also do believe that nothing happens for any reason. You know, it don't just happen. Alrighty. So, anyways, we're here today. We're going to get into this collective energy read. 555 was very significant. Make sure that you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if this resonates, and meet me back here at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Okay? Now, let me give y'all a little bit of that Apollo there, bringing in some good energy, right? Cleansing our space and bringing in that good energy. Now, as always, guys, you guys know I'm going to show you the cards, then we'll get into the messages, okay? So we do have the Tower card out here. We have the Two of Cups out here. Let me back a little bit. We have the Ten of Cups out here. The Ace of Wands. Grand Rising, everybody. How y'all doing? I do appreciate y'all for being here with me and getting these divine messages for yourself. Ashe, the Temperance card. Make sure that y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment. I love to read you guys' comments. I love to see how our messages resonate, and I really love to see how the collective energy just all coincides, right? And so, of course, with this Tower card, and I told you guys 555 was very significant, right? And so, hi, how are you? And so the Tower card was the first card we pulled, right? And when I started to do the message, I seen 555 on my clock. Now, 555, hi, how are you? 555 also represents significant changes, right? Just like that Tower card, right? So the Tower card just comes as that message to not be complacent, right? To not get too comfortable, not get complacent, because change is something that never goes away. Change is something that is always occurring, always happening, whether it be little subtle changes that we do not notice, or whether it is huge changes, huge shifts that we do notice, right? And so you guys are truly coming out of a huge shift. We spoke about that yesterday during our collective message when I was telling you guys a lot of you guys were in hermit mode. I'm hearing lockdown. Some of you guys really locked your energy down, or you really locked in, okay? Or you put yourself on some sort of like schedule or something like that. I don't know, but you locked in, okay? But that shift there was needed, right? And for some of you guys, maybe you felt depleted as far as like your energy, right? Maybe you guys just felt a little uneasy about the situations that you guys are in. It could have been a job change. It could have been, financial change. It could have been a change within your home, just some sort of change there that really played a significant impact. And it changed and it shifted your energy for the good, for the better. And so I'm truly happy for you. Me, I love that. Oh, you're a kid. Well, hi kids. How are you? I love when the younger souls are tapping in as well, right? I love it when they're tapping in. Okay, but there was some. I'm hearing an ego death, right? The lady here, she's giving me ego death, right? And I've never really paid too much attention to her, but today Spirit is calling me to look at her, right? So this definitely, yeah, this definitely signifies some sort of ego death here, okay? And now you got your crown on, right? You're walking, your crown is adjusted, you're shifting, right? You're building new conducive relationships, okay? And even if you aren't in the process, how are you? You need to know that they're coming. Right, those souls that you can connect with, of course, on a soul level. Those souls that want to see you abundant, that want to see you successful, that want to pour into you as much as you pour into everybody else. Because you are someone who pours into people constantly, even when you have nothing to give. Because I'm seeing somebody here with like a drop of water in their cup, right? I'm sorry, in their cup, right? And for some of you guys, maybe that's why the tower moment occurred, because you were always giving, 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 and something clicked. Or there was a moment where you needed something and you didn't have anyone around. You didn't have anybody who you could, go to for help. And so that was the shift. Okay, a shift in behavior, a shift in mindset. And you were like, listen, unless the relationship is conducive, unless it is balanced, then I don't want it, right? And so you came out of that hermit mode, okay, again, just like fully refreshed with a new mindset, with new goals, right? With new energy, right? For some of you guys, it's the whole you have a whole new aura about yourself, right? And so we love that. We love that. Uh oh, okay. I'm looking at some comments, y'all. But yeah, okay. And this newfound relationship, I'm looking at the lighthouse behind them. This newfound relationship here is going to be a light. It's going to be like a pillar. This person, okay, or these people, take the energy as it resonates, guys. There are going to be some people that just, they carry the same essence as you. And so it's going to be like, wow, like, I don't know. It's a lot of supportive energy. Thank you, Spirit. And so this is like a whole new energy for you. Like, you could have had people that were supporting in the, long time ago, but you never had anybody that supported you as much as this person or these people that are going to be coming into your life now. I'm seeing community, okay? So remember yesterday we were talking about that Five of Pentacles and how a lot of you guys have gotten out of that materialism type of mindset, and now you guys are very much so focused on community. You guys are focused on building meaningful relationships, meaningful partnerships, right? And that's what that Two of Cups indicates. You guys are truly building, and these people, of course, that want to see you be successful, right, are coming around. These people that want to pour into you, these people that want to give to you, right? They want to see you happy. There's no evil eye going on here. There's no jealousy going on here. So take this as it resonates. How you doing, my love? Take this as it resonates, y'all. Some of you guys could have definitely had some friends, and I use that term very, very, very loosely, right? But you guys could have had some friends or even some family members that maybe seemed supportive, right? But they were throwing a lot of evil eye. They were throwing a lot of shade, right? At one point in time, maybe you were inspiring to them, right? But at some point in time, your success, your energy, the way that you attract people, that magnetic quality about yourself, it started to make them jealous, make them envious, right? Right now we are doing a tarot reading. We are in the middle of a collective tarot reading. We're touching on a little bit of this, touching on a little bit of that, right? Right now we're talking about how you guys are bringing in those meaningful relationships and those people that truly want to see you successful and truly want to see you happy versus those, karmic souls, those envious souls, those jealous souls that didn't actually want to see you successful, right? They were actually a nuisance, a hindrance, okay? And those words were very key, very specific, Okay, so for you, you could have definitely had some people in your life that were more so of a hindrance, okay, and very jealous, very envious than anything, right? But those people that just want, those energy vampires is what we call them, those people that just want to take, and not give, right? They just want to take. They want all your money, all your cookies, all your juice, and they're not even giving you half the cookie. Okay, they don't even offer it to you, right? And so, but yeah, Two of Cups to this Ten of Cups energy. You guys, like when I say you guys are about to be emotionally just so enthused, so happy, right? You guys are laying the perfect foundation, creating the perfect foundation for peace, for happiness, for success, for abundance, right? These two women right here, and take the energy as it resonates. Maybe some of you guys are women that like women. Hey, okay, but this could also be, you know, a woman that's in her feminine energy and a man in his feminine energy, right? We know energy is something that moves, shifts, adjusts, right? We all know that just as in tarot, we all have that masculine energy and that feminine energy, or those qualities and aspects of ourselves, right? So you guys are definitely, like, you guys are setting yourself up for happiness, for peace, for contentment, right? And not just for you, not just for, you know, yourself and maybe two others, but for your entire bloodline, for your entire lineage here. Okay, so get ready, because you guys are creating a path here that is unstoppable, right? You are unstoppable, okay? And you will be successful, okay? And there's going to be something that is more successful than you could have ever thought or imagined, or wrote down in your journal, manifested, if you will. Like, it's going to be so much bigger than that. You guys are coming from a very foggy season, if you will. Like, there was a lot of clutter as far as in your mind, right? It could have even been like a lot of chaos and clutter within your life as well, okay? Because as within, so without, okay? But you guys are popping out. You guys are coming out of that, and you guys are in your season of clarity, of abundance, of personal will, of personal power, right? You guys aren't letting anything stop you here. This is a crazy momentum that I'm seeing that you guys have. Like, you guys are like, listen, I sat in the darkness there. I know what that is like. I know what it's like to be unhappy. I know what it's like to be uncared for. I know what it's like to have people not support me or whatever. I know what it's like selling myself short, right? You know what that's like. You set in that energy, you set in that season, and now you're just like, no, I want peace, I want happiness, I want success for myself. What do I need to do to get it, right? Some of you guys are still mapping out that plan, okay? And that's okay too, okay? But you guys have had that huge aha moment, and so now this is like a new beginning that is divinely guided by the Most High, by your angels, by your ancestors, most importantly by your will, okay? By your will. You willed this into existence, guys. So get ready for this change. Again, that tower moment there, that is you going from that season of lack, from that season of scarcity, from that season of not believing in yourself, right? Into this season of abundance, of happiness, of peace, of joy, of reciprocity, right? So that's absolutely amazing. And y'all know, a child, when it comes to changes and things like that, people see the tower card and they think automatically it's a crazy shift. It's some crazy about to happen, right? But not always. Again, that shift could also be like we have here, you going from that season of hermit mode energy or just lack into this season that is anew, that is divinely guided, that is protected, that is successful, right? And so with this temperance card here, like, spirit is definitely telling you to be easy on yourself, to be patient with yourself, okay? Because you are growing, okay? Circumstances are growing, other people around you are growing as well. And I love how they have the cups and she's pouring, she's mixing, right? So mix and mingle. Okay, get other people's opinions, right? You could be somebody you're not really always into what others got to say. I don't know. Take the energy as it resonates, okay? Could be for you, don't have to be. Okay? But Spirit is telling you to mix and mingle here, okay? But the Temperance card also represents that angel communication, okay? So make sure that you have your ears open, okay? Listening to your guides, okay? Listening for that divine guidance here, okay? Especially with that Ace of Wands and that Temperance card being right beside each other, okay? Because again, the Ace of Wands, it indicates a season that is divinely guided by spirit, right? Your winning season, if you will, okay? And then you have that Temperance card right beside it, again, representing that angel communication. So, yeah, y'all listen out for your guides because your guides are calling out to you heavy right now. You know, if you have a certain path in mind, definitely tap in with your angels, tap in with your guides, and ask them for that reassurance. Which way do I need to go? Okay, but the path is leading to the sun, to that sun card energy, right? Again, that joy, that peace, that happiness. Okay, and we love that here. You guys are going from a state of emotional instability, if you will, okay, and you guys are walking this path to joy, to happiness, to sex, to abundance, okay, to success. Maybe the craziness, the emotional instability came from somebody who you was having exed with, okay? Because I don't know if y'all heard me when I said that, okay, while I was talking about the card, but we know that spirit don't make no mistakes, okay? And so, yeah, that emotional instability, okay, you guys could have been dealing with a cheater, okay? Could have been dealing with somebody that just ain't have it all together, whatever the case, okay? Y'all know the energy, y'all know the story. It's your story. I'm just a conduit, okay? Now, if y'all want to get into personals and things like that, then you guys can book a personal reading, okay? But this is a collective energy, so just take the energy as it resonates, okay? Hell, you could have just been thrown the hell off, and it wasn't nobody else. It was you. You crazy. Just playing, y'all. I'm not. Okay, and then with that Queen of Pentacles energy out here, like I'm telling you guys, this is comfortability. Okay, and bunnies represent that abundance as well. Okay, we also got a goat out here. Could be a Capricorn, don't have to be. Maybe you call yourself a goat. Okay, maybe you call yourself top dog. Okay, take the energy as it resonates. Okay, but you guys are in this energy of creativity. You guys have this aura again about yourself that just states and says, I care for myself. I love myself. You know, I am going to be successful. I am, it's like, it's just that I am frequency here. Okay, so continue to build, continue to dive deep into your creative endeavors, okay? And know that success and abundance and love and joy, all of those things will come from it, okay? Follow your heart, is what I'm hearing. Some of you guys are not following your heart because you're listening to all of the outside noise. You're listening to the people that's always like, shoulda, coulda, woulda, didn't, so you can't, and that's really the energy. They being that shoulda, coulda, woulda, but I didn't, so you can't do it. What makes you think you can do it? If I had to do this, if I had to do that, if I had to work my fingers down to the bone, what makes you think that you can just go out here and get this? Right? I just went on a whole rant. Some of y'all definitely got some people like that, okay? And they might not even say it like that, but they're draining, right? Draining. Every time you talk about a goal or a dream, they over there hating, rolling their eyes, smacking their teeth, not saying nothing, because they're a hater. Hater on the front line. Y'all would be surprised as to how many haters you got that appear to be friends, that appear to be supportive, okay? But they're really just around trying to mimic your damn life, y'all. and I'm saying this, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all, I'm not going to say no names, but I'm going to tell y'all something. I have, and I like to say a friend, but I don't know. And I mean, you know what? I need to stop lying to myself. I do now, okay? This person is somebody who, she tries to speak like me. Haters gonna hate, right? She tries to speak like me, try to be like me, and then I tell her stories, and months later, she comes to me and tells me the same stories like she didn't hear it from me. Could be a female, okay? Because I'm mentioning a she, I'm mentioning my story. So again, y'all got take the energy as it resonates, okay? But I am telling y'all, and you know what? Let's get my baby want to know who is this. Remix my swag. Ooh, I love it. And that's exactly what they be trying to do. Remix your swag. Wants to know if it's a female hater. We gonna know by the car. Okay? The Eight of Wands. That is a female on that motorcycle. Female hater. Yes. Can't get it together. Okay? Can't get it together. Yeah. Seven of Wands out there in reverse. This is somebody that definitely wants your spot. Okay? They know that they can never be you. Right? Again, a hater on the front line. No, they could never be you. Okay? But they will do anything to try to be like you. Okay? They'll do anything to try to destiny swap. Okay? They don't care what they gotta do. Okay, be very mindful, you guys, of people playing in your hair, people touching your hair. Okay, be very mindful about the people that you talk to in your life. Okay, just be very mindful. Okay, like say you're having a conversation with somebody, and then spirit cuts you off, and you forget what the heck you said or you were saying. That's a sign that you don't need to be talking to that person about XYZ, right? That's a sign. Spirit is shutting you up, okay, before you get too deep in it. Okay. Now once spirit do that, you don't go back and try to talk to them about nothing else. Okay, because that was your sign right there. Okay, and I know you guys have had that happen before. You be talking to somebody and you be good and deep into the conversation. Yeah, girl, I'm doing da 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 da. And then you be like, hold on, wait, what was I saying? That spirit telling you to be quiet. Don't talk to that person about what you got going on. Okay? Don't tell them. Okay? King of Wands energy out there, especially with that Queen of Pentacles. Again, that creative energy, that creative bag that you was in, paired with that entrepreneurial energy of the King of the Wands. Okay? Also paired with that I'm going to get it done, I can do it energy of the King of the Wands. From the King of the Wands, baby, you're going to be successful. Okay, the King of Wands is somebody that he's not just ambitious, right? But he's an ambitious man with a plan. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. He is a ambitious man with a plan. Okay, and so he's going to get it done. He's going to fight for what he wants. Look at that fist. Okay, even though she's a woman, okay, but she's representing the King of Wands. So you could definitely be a woman in your masculine energy. Okay, so take that energy as it resonates, and it doesn't mean that you're like all rough and tough and okay. It just means that you have everything in order, right? You're somebody that plans. You're somebody that prioritizes. You're somebody sometimes you think logically over the dreams, right? You'd be like, oh, well, I don't know about that because what about this, this, and this? And it can be a hindrance, but a lot of times it is good as well. Okay, take the energy as it resonates. Don't just let that energy of having everything perfect and having everything figured out hinder you from actually creating and being in that energy. Okay, being or your creative energy, your feminine energy, your queen energy. Okay, Four of Cups is out there telling you guys to be grateful. Something unexpected is about to come here, and it could definitely have something to do with what you are building, what you are creating. Okay, but spirit is about to give you an unexpected blessing. Okay, y'all see how she's sitting there, she's looking at her cups, and then spirit coming out through that mirror or whatever that is with that cup, unexpected blessing. She's not even paying attention. Okay, y'all see her shirt, it says over it. Okay, so it's like just when you probably about to give up, okay, just when you start to doubt yourself, just when you hit that energy of, you know what, I am over this. Okay, that's when something amazing is gonna happen, y'all. Keep your head on the swivel. The blessings are coming. Okay, so just be more grateful. Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for, what's to come. Okay, and really get out here and do it. Okay, go forth and do it here with that Three of Wands out there. You've been planning and plotting a little, I don't want to say too long, because it's never really too long. For some people, it is too long, right? Some of y'all be plotting for years and years and years, and then 5 years later, y'all still talking about, but I want this to be perfect, or I want this to be like this. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, never give up. Never give up. Hey, Dylan, how you doing today? But yeah, never give up. Okay, because that Three of Wands is there saying you're ready. You're ready to get out there. There's just a hint, an inch, something, an inkling in you that's still just like, but I'm unsure. Okay? Maybe you are scared of judgment, right? Who knows? Okay? And I want you guys to know that we all go through that, right? Even years and years and years after doing tarot, even after years of doing it live, I still get nervous before I go live, right? I still think about those evil-minded people, right? Because you got some people, y'all, they're just evil, and they're having bad days, they have bad lives, and so they want to make your life bad. I told you, y'all seen yesterday somebody called me the N-word on here. And so y'all have to understand, like, things like that is going to happen. People, they can only give what they've gotten in life. They can only give what, to the extent that they can give. Who knows? Okay, I don't know why people act like that. I don't know why people are so mean and this and that, but they are. Okay, but don't let those people, don't let those energies, don't let those intrusive thoughts, win. All right, baby, have fun. Okay, but don't let them win. Go out here and do your big one. Get grounded, get rooted in who you are. Okay, get grounded and rooted in your energy. Okay, be grounded and rooted in your creativity. Okay, hold on, y'all know I'm getting old, baby. Ah, yeah, it's the haters. That part. Okay, but yeah, Spirit wants you to go out here and do it. Okay, you're ready for this journey. Okay, you're ready for this journey. Of course, there's going to be a little intrusive thought that's telling you you're not ready, and wait on this perfect time. Okay, but you're ready for it. We got the Ten of Swords out here and the Knight of Wands out here. So yeah, that pain, somebody's betrayal, somebody's hurt, definitely put them in action. Knight of Wands energy. So that, yeah, some of you guys are coming out of that season where, of course, like, there was a lot of things that just, it kind of forced you into that season of change. It kind of forced you into that action, right? And I don't want to say force, but it was a force, right? It was a force. It was an energy that pushed you there, right? And y'all know, hurt, grief, pain, those are some of the biggest catalysts for change, right? Like, when my dad passed, this was years and years ago, like, that just lit like a fire. First it was my grandmother, then it was my dad, and that just kind of like made me have this huge aha moment. And I was like, you know what, life is short. I can't do this. I need to be doing this in XYZ, right? So a lot of times that pain, that grief, that suffering, those people that backstab you, a lot of times they are the reason for those extreme changes that we go through, right? So I do want to thank you all so much for being here today, for enjoying this collective energy read for me. We're going to pull one more card for you guys. And at the bottom of the deck, we do have the High Priestess. Okay, and so the High Priestess is somebody that is very much tapped into that occult knowledge. The High Priestess is somebody that is very much so balanced. They have that masculine energy, that feminine energy balanced there, right? You work with the moon and the sun there, right? You just have this ancient wisdom energy about you, and that is because that ancient wisdom dwells within you. Okay, you're somebody, again, spirit communication, angel communication. I was about to say animal communication. So some of you guys like truly communicate with animals, right? Like me, for instance, I talk to the birds, and the birds be talking back to me, right? And I know for some people this may sound weird, but for some people y'all just not tapped in like others, right? But some of you guys do sit and talk to animals. Okay, maybe you talk to the birds too. Okay, you ain't old, girl. You looking fabulous. Thank you. I am much older than a lot of people think, right? A lot of people be thinking I'm like 20 something, right? But I'm damn near 40. And I look good as shit for my age, and I thank you, Dylan. Okay, but you guys are definitely like tap into that occult. Okay, 10 of Wands energy. Like I don't know what sort of burdens or heaviness that you guys were carrying, but you guys were carrying it alone. Right, and spirit is telling you, or spirit, hell, was telling you, spirit is telling you, take the energy as it resonates, to stop carrying the burdens of other people. Okay, you're very much so an empath. Okay, and some of you guys are just empathetic so much that it's almost to a detriment, right? Because a lot of people be thinking, oh, I'm an empath and I just feel. No, sometimes you guys are just like extremely overly empathetic, so much so that it starts to fuck with your energy, right? But some of you guys are truly empaths. Well, for the ones that's watching this video now, I just had to make that distinction there, okay? But you guys are true empaths, okay? And but you guys also carry a lot of people's energy. You guys have to be very mindful of people coming and energy dumping on you. What do you mean by that, Phoenix? What do you mean by that, Terry? Y'all know those people that just come around and they just like, oh my God, I got this going on, I got that going on. Life is so horrible, but you're the only person I can talk to, and I feel so much better after I talk to you. And then you walk away and you got this person woes and worries and all of that stuff on your mind, and you're thinking, now you're carrying this heaviness, and you're thinking, where did this come from? I was just feeling fine. It came from that person that came and dumped that huge load of energy bullshit on you, right? And so clean up, y'all. Clean up. And I mean clean up your energy, clean your spirit, okay? Take your spiritual baths, right? People hear me saying take your spiritual bath all the damn time. And I don't even know if they doing it for real. But y'all listen, especially when you are somebody that has those people that's energy dumping on you all the time, please make sure that you are taking your spiritual baths, okay? Your spiritual bath is just as important as your regular bath, okay? And y'all, please stop just jumping in spiritual baths, okay? You have to shower or take an actual bath before you take your spiritual bath, okay? Please, please, okay? So let me see here. Yes, make sure that you guys are cleansing your energy, okay? Um, Make sure that you guys are doing your head washes. Make sure that you guys are wearing your protective amulets. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all that all the time here. Okay, what card do we got here? We have on track. Okay, so yeah, a lot of you guys do need to know that you are on track. Okay, you do need to know that you are going in the right direction. Okay, some of you guys are like, but what about the time? What about the time? I'm looking at that clock back here. So some of you guys are time sensitive, right? You're just like, but by this time, and I get it, right? Because when we're young, we're writing on it. By this age, I'm going to have this, and this. By this age, I want to have this, and this, right? And in damn second grade, they asking you what you want to do when you're 50 years old. Bitch, I ain't even goddamn 15 yet. Like, you know. But and so we have that little intrusive negative Nancy there too, that's just like, but if I didn't do this at this time, or if I don't do this at that time, then I'm just not going to do it, okay? But Spirit wants you to take your time, okay? Don't try to rush things, okay? But do know and take this as an indication that you are on track, okay? That you are going the right way. You are headed in the right direction. Somebody needed to know this today before we ended this live, okay? Even if things don't seem as though they're changing, right? Remember with that tarot card, sometimes, a lot of times, the changes are very subtle. And then one day you wake up and there's a huge catastrophic change and you like, when did this happen? But you didn't notice the little subtle changes that was happening within the year, okay? So take that energy as it resonates, guys. A lot of you guys are very inspired right now, or you will be inspired very soon, okay? And you guys are definitely building a beautiful future, a beautiful foundation. You guys need to know that your angels, your guides, your ancestors, they are there watching over you. They're there watching you evolve, and they're there supporting you as you are building this very firm and strong foundation, as you are healing your lineage, right? As you are healing the generations that came before you, as well as the generations that came behind you. So just get ready, guys, because this is a beautiful shift, right? And you guys are definitely the catalyst for it, right? So I thank you guys so very much for tuning in with me today, for being a part and watching this collective message. I do want to thank you all for liking the message. And of course, if it does resonate, make sure that you guys like the message as well, okay? So y'all be easy, be loved, be light, be beautiful. Have a great day. Peace. I'm going to see y'all back here tomorrow at 6 a.m.